to be the one actual superhero in the Watchmen universe,
I know,
like
right?
he must.
Kind of cool.
If you're watching HBO's Watchmen, like I am, then you know this guy has us all asking, why so blue? Yahya Abdul-Mateen II is in the Variety studio. So happy you are here.
I'm glad to be here.
Okay, the penultimate episode was just a lot of blue.
Yeah.
That's like hours in makeup, right?
3 to be precise.
3.
Yeah, 3. First it was a little bit over 3, and then we got it down to about, like the last week, we got it down to about 2:30, maybe 2:40 or something like that.
What's the shortcut that you learned?
Well, the shortcut is to get over, any ideas or any notions of personal space and just kind of.
Oh, okay.
Just get over yourself and just go.
I don't experience the concept of before.
So, there's no moment,
Moment?
a moment, when you realize I'm in love.
I really saw how Cal and Dr. Manhattan are two distinct characters.
I'm glad to hear that.
Is that how you approached them?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I signed up to play Cal. I auditioned for Cal, so I modeled him as a husband, as a man who was confident in his position as a stay-at-home dad, as a support system for Angela. And then when I later on learned that Cal was actually Dr. Manhattan, I tried not to muddy up the performance. So I tried to just really stick very close to what I had already built with Cal and stay true to that. That way the audience could gravitate towards a real person and really see the relationship between Cal and Angela. And then I would be able to show something different when it came to Dr. Manhattan.
You gotta wait.
I don't want to wait.
You gotta wait.
Oh, that must be Santa Claus. Huh?
There's somebody in our house.
So this show is so interesting in the way that it tackles not just really relevant topics about policing and violence, but also kind of confronts the audience with America's racial history. I mean, we start with the Tulsa Massacre. What are some of the conversations that you have heard?
So the history of the Tulsa Massacres, for example, a lot of people came to that and thought that it was fiction. Then you look it up and they say, oh wow, this is something that really happened in this country. And I'm really proud to be on a show that isn't shying away from that. That's integrating it into the narrative that we're telling and showing how trauma from 100 years ago can, without very much difficulty, can be inherited and can be passed down from lineage to lineage to lineage. We see that with Angela, in her case, how all of the trauma from her past lands right there in her lap, and she's still dealing with it today. So I'm really happy to be a part of something that's staying true to the history and that's keeping those conversations going. And it seems like our audiences are happy to be along that journey too.
Yeah. And Damon Lindelof has said that it's a writer's room where the white male is the minority.
It's really nice that the writers, that we have a diverse writer's room, and that the material reflects the diversity of the writer's room. Damon also does a very good job of deferring, to places where he doesn't have the experience or expertise. As a white man at the top of the creative hierarchy, he's been an excellent leader and pulling another writer, a writer of color, an actor of color, and then saying, so what do you think about this? And really honoring their opinions and their positions. So I think that type of environment in our creative process definitely helps us to make sure that we're responsible to the work.
You need to come home. You need to wake up.
So to be the one actual superhero in the Watchmen universe,
I know,
like
right? Kind of cool.
To have Dr. Manhattan portrayed as a Black superhero, how does it feel to be a part of this evolution of what a superhero can look like?
It's really cool, to have Dr. Manhattan in the conversation of representation. It all comes back to the fans and to the supporters and to the conversations, right? We do it and it's fun. We always want to put out a good show, but it's so cool to have people come to that realization and to share that with me online and say, wow, it's so powerful to have God be, living in the manifestation of a Black body on Earth, for the most powerful being in the universe, especially in a world that we're building where the antagonist is white supremacy. I know, just speaking back to, we talked a little bit offline about the Cal Bears connection. and a friend of
Fellow
mine,
Golden Bear.
fellow Golden Bear, there we go, go
Yes,
Bears.
go Bears.
A friend of mine, Marshawn Lynch, who was the running
Yes.
back for Cal at the time. I saw
mode,
him,
beast mode,
beast mode.
yep.
I saw him on TV for the first time once he went pro, and that, for me, that demystified the idea that I couldn't be one of the people in the box. You know, so it was really just seeing someone like me from where I come from, someone who I can relate to. And then I said, oh wow, you know, I think maybe I could be one of the people in the box, because until then, that's just what they were. They were the people in the box who were different from me. You know, and so it really took seeing someone like me, someone that I could relate to really just almost instantly demystify the idea that I had any limitations. So to now be in a position where I get to do that for someone else, it's really an honor.
Is there another superhero you want to play?
I don't know. I mean, I think I'm having my fun with my superhero guys that I'm doing right now.
Because Michael B. Jordan can't do the Superman movie. I don't know if you heard.
Is that right?
Yeah, I mean, his dance card is full.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying.
My card is pretty full right now. I have
Yes.
Black Manta going on, but if
Yeah.
they want to have more conversations, I'll definitely come to the table and see what we can do. But
That's
I'm
true.
in a DC property right now.
True, yes.
I love it. I love the future of Black Manta, so I still gotta go have some fun with that.
Call me Black Manta.
You know, I do need to fill up my slate with some regular dudes without powers. You know, some regular dudes who can figure out their problems without the access of superhero powers.
And Matrix 4,
Yeah.
I have to ask, like, where are we with this? And have you sat down with Keanu? Like,
There's not much that I can say about the Matrix right now. But when I can, I'll be excited to come back and share.
are you a Matrix fan, first of all?
I was really blown away by the technology of the film and saying, wow, they did something so amazing in 1999 that I think they can put that out into the theaters right now. So I can't wait. I'm already a fan of what we're about to do, just from the perspective of wanting to see how crazy we can get with the technology. So definitely a fan, and my excitement is just rising every day.
Yahya, thank you so much for coming by. This was great. And go Bears.
Go Bears,
Go
all
Bears.
day. I appreciate you.
All
Thank you for having me.
day, yeah.